Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I want to focus on one specific problem about this government, which I think makes it impossible to have confidence in it. One example, between November last year and the end of March this year, the Prime Minister claimed 10 times at Prime Minister's questions that more people were in work than before the pandemic. That was untrue. The figures show total employment is still 366,000 lower than just before the pandemic. The Prime Minister made that untrue claim twice on the 24th of November last year, 3 times on the 5th of January, again the following week and the following week. He claimed it again on the 2nd of February and on the 23rd of February. On the 24th of February, the exasperated chair of the UK Statistics Authority wrote to the Prime Minister to point out that the claim wasn't true. The Prime Minister claimed it again on the 27th of March. On the 30th of March, I asked the Prime Minister about this at the Liaison Committee. Did he accept that his tenfold statements had been wrong? Quoting the transcript, "I think I have repeatedly, and I think I took steps to correct the record earlier." Well, he hadn't corrected the record, and he still hasn't. But in his answer at the Liaison Committee, it was clear that he did understand what had actually happened about since the pandemic, that about 500,000 people, mainly older people, have given up on work, substantially reducing the number in work overall. And yet, 4 weeks after that discussion, on the 27th of April, at column 754, the Prime Minister said this: "Let me give them the figures. 500,000 more people in paid employment now than they were before the pandemic began." Even though he made clear to me on the 30th of March that he knew that to be untrue. The chair of the Justice Select Committee asked at the Liaison Committee 2 weeks ago, "How important is the truth to you, Prime Minister?" The Prime Minister replied, "Very important, Bob." But it clearly isn't important. The record still hasn't been corrected for any of the 11 instances of the false claim, which the Prime Minister knows that he has made. Now, other examples of lack of truthfulness have been much more consequential. After negotiating customs checks between Great Britain and Northern Ireland, the Prime Minister went to the DUP conference and announced there would be no such checks. It was obviously untrue. The DUP has paid a very heavy political price for taking him at his word. Democracy doesn't work if ministers routinely say things they know to be untrue. Why did they not see through him before? Hear, hear.